Hello, wrestling fans! This is Sean's View Entertainment, the most dedicated and prolific WWE news source on the web. Subscribe now for hourly WWE breaking news, hard-hitting rumors, and more. And don't forget to smash that bell for notifications, comment, and share. Are you a true wrestling fanatic? Become a channel member right now to show your support and send us super thanks in the comment section today.
To say the last 24 hours in the WWE between SmackDown, certain angles and predicaments and storylines, it was a little unpredictable, was a little bit controversial, was a little bit of an eye-opener, would be an absolute understatement. It may even be the understatement of the year, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Now, we're going to jump right into this report and not waste any more of your valuable time. But before we get into the initial reports, we get a breaking news announcement right at the top of the video. Absolutely star-studded breaking news. Remember to hype up the video and, yes, donate below. It's so important. If you want me to remain and stay, without you, there is no Sean's View. We got breaking news coming out of the WWE. Vince McMahon's doctor asked court to seal 700 pages of Grant documents. Dr. Coker seeks to seal documents. Dr. Carlin Coker requests to seal 700 pages of Grant's medical records and receipts in a lawsuit against him and the WWE. Now, Grant alleges misconduct by McMahon. Janelle Grant accuses Vince McMahon of sexual assault and sex trafficking, with her health records being the central to the legal battle. Attorneys for Dr. Carlin Coker and Peak Wellness asked the Connecticut Superior Court on Monday to seal around 700 pages of documents containing receipts and medical records belonging to Janelle Grant. Grant is suing Coker and Peak Wellness in a bill of discovery case. Attorneys for Grant alleged Coker and Peak Wellness refused to provide her medical records and receipts for treatment when asked during a discovery for Grant's federal suit against Vince McMahon. A defamation suit was filed by Coker in federal court against Grant attorney Ann Callis. At one point, attorneys for Coker had added Grant's medical records to the case docket without them being sealed or redacted. The court later took the filings down. In an amended complaint filed earlier this year, Grant claimed McMahon sexually assaulted and sex trafficked her while she worked at the WWE. World Wrestling Entertainment is also defendant in the suit. Grant filed suits against McMahon in early of 2024. Grant's health records and the payment receipts and for her treatment have been at the heart of her bill of discovery suit against Coker, as well as her lawsuit against McMahon. According to Grant's federal complaint, Coker had treated Grant without telling her what pharmaceuticals or treatment she was using. Grant claimed McMahon had paid for all of her treatments except for after she had been fired. Coker also filed an opposition to the compliance motion by Grant on Monday. Grant had asked the Grant for the company compliance orders on November 7th, claiming Coker had been refusing to hand over items as part of discovery in the case. We are also receiving words defendants have produced just 2 records and audit log for petitioner's electronic medical file and a single text message, the November 7th motion said. Now, the next hearing in this case is going to be scheduled on December the 8th. Attorneys for Coker objected to the motion, calling it overreach by the plaintiff, and called it an open-ended fishing expedition. So we're going to see the updates, the developments, and the ongoing saga between the WWE and the courtroom and Vince McMahon is absolutely real. Who is going to come out on the end? Who's going to go to jail? Who's going to appeal? Who's going to have the winning edge at the end of the day? Remember to go check out all my other videos before this one, guys. We know I do multiple videos a day around the clock. Click the bell, subscribe, and hype up the video. So let's get into the major announcement. The major announcement at hand, Linda McMahon's return and what comes with it. The rumors, guys. We have a massive game-changing leak that changes everything that is happening right now. What if I told you what you saw on TV last night was a lie? About LA Knight tapping out, LA Knight giving up, LA Knight losing. What if I told you that the specific loss actually wasn't the end of LA Knight, despite rumors and speculation of LA Knight wanting to leave, despite hearsay about LA Knight quitting WWE and walking out on the company. Again, a lot of rumor and speculation, but it is not. It is not confirmed. But let's get into the major announcement. What if I told you that the specific loss wasn't the end of LA Knight, but the exact moment a massive war erupted in the WWE corporate offices? We have a massive game-changing leak that explains everything that is happening right now. The rumors of a power struggle backstage aren't just rumors anymore. The reports of a hostile takeover could very well be real and authentic. And the person pulling the strings, the person who just walked in and kicked over the table, is somebody that nobody expected to see take control heading into 2026. And that being the great, the legendary Linda McMahon. Today we are breaking down every single detail of this explosive leak regarding Linda McMahon's seismic return to power. We know her first major executive action. It is a massive announcement regarding LA Knight's immediate future in 2026. The company reverses the narrative of what Triple H just did on SmackDown last night, where many people would say that LA Knight was received the shaft, where LA Knight was screwed over, where LA Knight was put in a predicament that he could never win. Furthermore, we are diving deep into the absolute battle taking place over John Cena's final match. Will Linda McMahon allow Triple H to book the greatest of all time, John Cena, to tap out in his final match on Saturday night's main event? Will she allow it? Or is she about to force a massive stipulation change to protect the legacy of the great, the GOAT, John Cena, the never-seen 17? Buckle up, because the WWE you think you know is about to look drastically different when the calendar hits 2026. Before we get into the massive LA Knight news, we have to establish the battlefield. Why is this happening now? Why is Linda McMahon coming back in the mix on the verge of such a critical year? The reports flooding in suggest a massive schism backstage. The narrative is that the old guard in the McMahon family, specifically Linda, has grown tired of the specific creative direction under the new TKO leadership and, frankly, some of Triple H's key decisions. We have to be honest here. The Triple H era has been praised by hardcore fans. We get longer matches, clean finishes, and long-term storytelling. But the business side, the mainstream, the crossover appeal is where Linda reportedly feel things are slipping and are being crippled. Now, the leak suggests that Linda McMahon used her immense political connections and business leverage over the past few months to execute what is being described as a soft hostile takeover. Now, to be clear, she hasn't brought the company back. But according to these reports and rumors, she has leveraged her position to secure veto power over major creative decisions heading into 2026, potentially and apparently. It's a very big maybe. But why 2026, viewers? Why next year? Because 2025 is coming to a close in a few weeks. Because it is perhaps the biggest year in company history. The Royal Rumble is moving internationally to Saudi Arabia for the first time ever in WWE history and company history. Media rights are shifting. The company is under a microscope and cannot afford to look weak or leave money on the table. The simple way to understand this new war is this. Triple H is about purity in wrestling. Linda McMahon is about maximizing business. And right now, she reportedly believes business needs a severe correction. And that correction started the second LA Knight's hand hit the mat on Friday Night SmackDown last night as he lost in a tap-out victory. Now let's go back to that moment on SmackDown, the tournament final against Gunther. Be honest, most of us watching expected interference. We expected maybe a disqualification, maybe a 1-2-3. We expected something to protect LA Knight in defeat. Instead, he was caught in a submission hold, and he quit. The internet immediately exploded. Triple H buried LA Knight again. His push is officially dead. He's just a mid-carder now. How will LA Knight ever recover from this? But according to the sensational new leak, that specific booking decision by the Game Triple H was the final straw that brought Linda McMahon to the table to exercise her new power. And this is where the breaking blockbuster announcement comes in. The backstage report indicates that Triple H is indeed and intended to cool LA Knight off, viewing him as a valuable asset who has nonetheless hit the ceiling and needed to step aside for the real main eventers. Linda McMahon reportedly viewed this as an absolute business malpractice. You do not take your top merchandise seller, the guy that the crowd connects with the most, and make him look inferior on free television to serve a storyline. So here is the major announcement, viewers, absolutely major. that is leaked, coming directly from Linda McMahon's new office, bypassing the game Triple H entirely. Linda McMahon has officially overruled creative on the status of LA Knight. She has declared him a protected brand asset. But what, viewers, does this all mean? And to prove to the world and to Triple H that his push is not over, the announcement states that Linda has used her executive power to guarantee LA Knight the most coveted spot in all of professional wrestling. Oh boy, here we go, guys. Here we go. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, click that bell, and turn on all notifications. Remember, it's so important to become a channel member today. The leak confirms the rumor that Linda McMahon has numbered and has mandated, and there's a number in this. There's a big number. It's huge. I said it was going to be blockbuster. The leak confirms that Linda McMahon has mandated that LA Knight be entrant number 30 in the 2026 Royal Rumble. Number 30. Just think about the statement that makes. Think about how that changes the perception of Friday night last night. The narrative instantly shifts from LA Knight tapped out and he's done to LA Knight took a loss on TV because he already has a golden guarantee in his back pocket for the biggest show of January. It is a brilliant piece of corporate maneuvering. It immediately undercuts Triple H's authority to bury LA Knight. She knows the audience in Saudi Arabia and the worldwide audiences watching on the new platforms wants the mega star. They want LA Knight in. By gifting him the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble, she is practically guaranteeing him a main event spot on the road to WrestleMania. Regardless of what Triple H originally planned, the message is clear. The Yeah movement is now backed by corporate power. If the LA Knight situation was a skirmish, the battle currently raging over John Cena's final match is World War III backstage. And this is where the ideological battle between Hunter, Triple H, and Linda McMahon is getting truly gnarly. It is getting very nasty. We have been hearing the rumors for weeks regarding John Cena's retirement match. The opponent is almost certainly going to be Gunther, and it is Gunther. It is now locked in. It is now confirmed. It is now advanced to that. It has been confirmed. It has been signed. It will be John Cena one-on-one with Gunther on Saturday night's main event. It makes sense on paper, the greatest of the past, putting over the absolute monster of the future to secure the next decade. But the controversy isn't the opponent. It's the finish, viewers. It is the finish. Because, we are not done here, guys. You thought we had one announcement. Oh, no. We have two blockbuster announcements during this here very episode. Reports from multiple credible outlets. And this is where we're working on the next story. We're going to bring you into the next video, viewers. You are not going to want to miss the next video that I have, because yet another breaking news announcement, another historic announcement, another massive groundbreaking that will change the WWE, that will change the John Cena retirement, that will change the John Cena angle we're going to bring to you in the very next video. But you got to click the bell, subscribe, and become a channel member today, because we're going to leak it. We're not going to tweak it. We're not going to twerk it. As they say, the proof is in the pudding, and we are absolutely going to be giving you that proof here on Sean's View Entertainment, and we're going to be doing it in short order. Because on top of that, guys, I am working on that story. The details are still unraveling. The details are still coming out about the whole next big announcement that I have for you. Groundbreaking. We are also receiving word about John Cena is reacting to his final match announcement against Gunther. Yes, John Cena has reacted. John Cena is officially facing Gunther in his final WWE match, and now he is breaking his silence. The stage is set for one last match, says John Cena. On a night of epic proportions, it is an honor to face off an opponent who I respect and has earned the right to issue the final challenge. I will bring my best, and I know he will do the same. Don't miss the final time. The build-up to this showdown has been intense. Gunther survived a brutal main event clash with LA Knight to earn the spot, despite Knight having the crowd behind him and pulling out moves like a burning hammer and BFT. It was Gunther's unrelenting offense and brutal crossface that forced the tap out. Cena has dropped the Intercontinental title already back to Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series War Games, keeping the title off the table and making this match entirely about legacy. Now that the match is locked in, and with Cena publicly acknowledging Gunther's rise in legitimacy, all eyes are on Washington, D.C. next Saturday. And you know what? The crowd, the reaction to this, Not a single person wanted this. This is not what they wanted. This is not how they wanted it to go down. This is not the trajectory of how John Cena, his career should be ending. Listen, we have no problem with John Cena getting the loss. We have no problem with John Cena being pinned for the 1, 2, 3. But we do have a problem with who his final opponent is. We have a problem with the superstar he's facing off against, to know that this is John Cena's last ever match, and it's going to be against Gunther. There's a reason why Vince McMahon, when he was running the WWE, there was a reason why Vince McMahon, when he was in charge of World Wrestling Entertainment, he did not push Gunther. He did not put him into the main event. This was all Triple H's doing. This was all Triple H's idea. But again, many people do not want this. Many people are not in favor of this. Many people think that this is not the right route. This is not a good idea. It could have been anybody else. It could have been anybody else. And many would now say, well, good job, Triple H. Good job. Unbelievable. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell, turn on notifications, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean View, and we will always see it through. And I'll see you in the next one.